One of the biggest problems that I see at the moment with a lot of people, it's not so much they lack talent or they lack intelligence or they lack capability. It's the fact that they keep using excuses on themselves as to why they haven't done the stuff that they should have done in their lives, or why they can't do the stuff that they could be doing to get to where they want to get to. The excuses that you usually hear is things like, I'm too old. That's a big one. I'm hearing that all the time. Oh, but I'm too old now. I'm this age, I'm that, it's too late for me. And so these excuses, every time you use an excuse, your brain just starts to use that excuse as well, because your brain's listening. So when you use an excuse of something, I'm too old, I'm feeling sick, I don't have time. Really, a lot of people, what they do, they underestimate their own intelligence and they overestimate someone else's intelligence. That's one of the classic flaws in people, is that they're underestimating their own personal talents and intelligence and overestimating the other person, because you know what, he's done something a little bit more, he's succeeded a bit more, he's doing something a little bit extra. But it's not what intelligence is about. It's not what this is about. Deep learning is about finding that interest, finding that passion, finding that desire, elevating your interest. Because when you've got desire, when you've got joyfulness, gratefulness, ecstasy in your body towards something, that thing then drives all your actions and your decisions. What kills it is the excuses. What kills it is the complainers. And what gets you to your dream are your habits. The habits that get formed in your head, because you form certain habits in your head, and your head then starts to act on those habits. It's the habits that get you to the destination that you're supposed to get to. But if you're always using excuses, if you're always negative, if you're always complaining, if you're always just finding anything that you need to do to avoid doing something, your brain is going to then manufacture those actions. That's what the brain does. It actually listens to you. One of the things I heard the other day, and it came from one of my students, and I really like this, and I'm stealing his line. He said, I live till I die. So I said, live till you die. Live till you die. People just worry about everything. People worry about, I'm going to retire. When am I going to retire? People worry about this. A lot of people, they worry about their own health. They worry that they're going to die. They think about death, or they think about because of their age. Age is one of the biggest excuses for people not wanting to do things. Who's in his late 20s and he thinks he's too old. I'm thinking, really? You're in your late 20s and you think you're too old? Why? It's just stupid. And I know why, because the system, the flawed education system, programmed the majority of people to start thinking that after the age of 25, really you should be in some kind of process. And what the majority of people do between the age of 25 to the day they die, they're just following a process, the process that was given to them till they die, till they retire. So most people, you talk to them, they're like, I'm 25 years away from retirement. I'm 10 years away from retirement. You're not going to start thinking about retirement. And I say, kill the word retirement. Get it out of your system. It doesn't exist, because you will live till you die. That's the goal. You just think about death when it happens. There's no retirement. My father the other day, who is in his 80s and he has not stopped working. This is a guy that has not stopped working. He's a builder, he's still out there working because he loves it. And the amazing thing is, he's still working harder than these 25-year-olds. He outworks them because he loves it, he enjoys it. He actually wants to do another development. He was telling me the other day, he actually wants to go out and do physically another building development because he just wants to keep going. And the goal is this: live till you die. What does this mean? You've got to have the passion, you've got to have the enthusiasm, you've got to have the interest. It's not whether you're intelligent or not, it's not whether you got the knowledge or not, it's whether you got the interest, the desire, the gratefulness, because that all then follows with the actions. People spend too much time preparing for action, preparing to prepare to prepare. And really, when you're preparing to action, it's just a cheap dopamine hit because you're avoiding doing the action. But the thing is, when you're doing the action as a deep learner on something that you're interested in, all of a sudden you're going to see all these things here: the passion, the interest, the joyfulness, the excitement. All these just rise. They just increase. And you don't care about the noise, because the majority of people right now, they're still got the mindset of the flawed education system. They still have that surface learning mentality that was coded. And so a lot of people don't even kind of understand this. And the thing is, right now with AI on the fringe of, we still don't even know what's happening now. There's a lot of stuff happening in AI. And you've heard, even in the last 12 months, of what's happened with AI and how far it's gone. Every single industry is going to change. And I've been saying this for 12 years. Every single industry, every single aspect of your life is going to change. Now more than ever, humanity needs deep learners. Now more than ever, humans need to become deep learners, because when you've got a small proportion of deep learners that understand AI, it's very hard to regulate that. And you're going to have a small portion of people on this planet that are going to control this massive, powerful AI engine. And some people now, and I don't know how true this is, especially with OpenAI and what's happened with Sam Altman and everything that's going on, they're saying they're very close to artificial general intelligence. Artificial general intelligence is basically when a machine can self-learn on its own to pretty much do any type of job that a human can do, and better. And once you get to that, you're on your stage to get into super intelligence, which means it'll be smarter than anything or anyone ever, and it could do everything better than every human being in the history of civilization. And the problem now is most politicians don't understand AI because they just don't understand it. They're not deep learners in AI. Most people understand it from a surface point of view. Very small portion of people in the world really truly understand AI. Many of the engineers in these groups, they're just following a process of what they've been told to do. And still a small portion are really understanding on what's going. Life's about to change in a big way. And the humans, the majority of humans have been coded under an old system, which means, which worries me, small proportion, a very small proportion of humans are going to have this massive monster of technology going to dominate the world. And the issue here is this, and Elon Musk talks about this, and he's worried. You can see Elon's worried about this. The problem is, what if their goals are not aligned to our goals? What if their goals are not aligned to humanity's goals? And I mean, there's people right out there right now that think we should have a depopulation, we should have less people on the planet. There are actually people on this planet right now saying we shouldn't have any humans. The problem is right now, we do not have enough deep learners, human beings that have the capacity to solve problems towards a desire, that have this passion, excitement, gratefulness, desire. They're just What we've got now is people that are just taking that information, just taking it and seeing what happens, and hopefully people will do the right thing. I'm not seeing that. It's worrying me because a lot of people don't understand AI. In this world, 95% of people between the age of 25 to the day they die, not much of their brain will change. In fact, 96-97% of your thoughts will be exactly the same. Okay, because you've been programmed to follow that process till you die. And I say this, it's time for humans to start getting their brains recoded. It's easy. There's no age limit. Okay, it's not about grading. It's not about who's got the most information. There was an article I read the other day where someone had asked Einstein how many steps would it take you to walk to a certain destination, and he said, well, why would I give a shit about that when I can just look it up? Why would I spend my time looking that information? So what we've done is we've built a population of people that can get some data information where we can just get that information there, and we haven't built a society of actioning towards solving problems, taking risks, making mistakes, failing. And what's happened, this is why we've got record levels of depression and record levels of anxiety, because people are worried and they're not living, they're worried. And I say live till you die. Okay, live till you die. There's no age barrier, there's no excuses. All I'm interested is find that passion, find the interest, find that thing that really brings ecstasy to your body, and then bang, go for it. That's it. Keep going. You don't stop until you die. And when you're doing that as a deep learner, you're solving problems. You're solving problems towards that ecstatic desire. Mindset has changed. When the billionaire gets to become a billionaire, his mindset has changed. It's about solving problems towards a desire, solving problems towards a desire. And solving problems when you don't have the skill sets and knowledge to do so. Because that is when you're taking risks. That is when you know you're going to make mistakes. You know you're going to fail. But when you're actioning that, you're going to have that experience, which is just going to keep elevating you and exciting your entire body. And then instead of feeling sorry for yourself and finding excuses and feeling depressed and just being the victim and gossiping and complaining and calling your friends and crying about why this person's doing this and why this person's speaking to me that way, you just get to focus and action on this, and you live your life